Okay, bore da pawb?
Bore da, Mr Roberts, bore da, pawb.
Okay, amser Cymraeg rwan. So we're going to start with Cedi loop, see if we can beat our time from yesterday. This morning the children are doing loop cards. We used loop cards to help them pick up and reinforce the key vocabulary from the subject that we're studying. So this morning the cards going around the classroom are all to do with chwaraeon, because we're doing the subject of sports as our topic. For the chi?
Dechrau, beth ydy ffwtbol yn Gymraeg?
Mae gen I pêl-droed, beth ydy rygbi yn Gymraeg?
Mae gen I rygbi, beth ydy basketball yn Gymraeg? Mae gen I pêl-basged, beth ydy hoci yn Gymraeg?
Mae gen I hoci, beth ydy horse riding yn Gymraeg?
Mae gen I marchogaeth, beth ydy netball yn Gymraeg?
Mae gen I pêl-rwyd, beth ydy dancing yn Gymraeg?
Mae gen I dansio, beth ydy jumping yn Gymraeg?
Mae gen I neidio, beth ydy swimming yn Gymraeg?
Mae gen I nofio, beth ydy judo yn Gymraeg?
Mae gen I judo, beth ydy sports yn Gymraeg?
Mae gen I clywed, beth ydy clywed yn Gymraeg?
Mae gen I glwb, beth ydy leisure centre yn Gymraeg?
Mae gen I Carnarvon Hampton, beth ydy swimming pool yn Gymraeg?
Mae gen I pŵl nofio, beth ydy jumping bowling yn Gymraeg?
Mae gen I bowli deg, beth ydy gymnastics yn Gymraeg?
Mae gen I gymnastig.
In our next activity, children are using matiau iaith, language mats, to help them sustain a conversation about themselves. So they work their way around the card, starting from beth ydy dy enw di to talking about their hobbies. There's differentiated versions of the mat. So this morning the children are using the basic version, and then they'll progress to talking about themselves in the past tense, what they've done over the weekend, who they've seen over the weekend, what they've drunk, and so on. So this is step one of the journey, basically. So we're hoping between now and the end of term, they'll be able to use the mats, which have a lot less support for the children as they get more confident with the use of this sort of language. Okay, efo partner, question I partner, beth ydy dy enw di, Libby ydw I, Caitlin ydw I, and so on. Ble wyt ti'n byw? Dwi'n byw yn Rosset, dwi'n byw yn Marford. I ba ysgol wyt ti'n mynd? Dwi'n mynd I ysgol Sant Peder. All the way around the mat, so we get to beth ydy dy hobby di. Then you could say dwi'n mwynhau pêl-droed, ond dwi ddim yn hoffi nofio. Dwi'n mwynhau pêl-droed, o dwi ddim yn hoffi marchogaeth. O dwi'n mwynhau pêl-droed, ond dwi ddim yn mwynhau nofio. So remember, you can use hoffi or mwynhau on that one. Okay, efo partner, siaradwch.
Beth ydy dy enw di?
Josh ydw I.
Ble wyt ti'n byw?
Dwi'n byw yn Rosed.
I ba ysgol wyt ti'n mynd?
Dwi'n mynd I ysgol Sant Peder.
Faint ydy dy oed di?
Dwi'n 10 oed.
Pryd mae di yn fyw ydi?
Mae fi men blenblwyd yn Gorfennaf.
Faint ydy dy oed di?
Dwi'n 10 oed. Faint ydy dy oed di?
Dwi'n 11 oed.
Next one.
Oes gen ti ffrind neu chwaer?
Mae gen I 3 ffrwd o enw Chance, Cyrus a Oliver. Beth wyt ti'n hoffi fwta?
Dwi'n hoffi fwta pizza, dwi ddim yn hoffi sprouts.
Okay, da iawn pawb. Dwi'n hoffi the way that you did that task. Just a couple of things, as I was wandering around, I noticed pronunciation-wise that we need to pick up on. This question, I ba ysgol wyt ti'n mynd? Dwi'n mynd I ysgol Sant Peder. A lot of you were saying I ba ysgol, so it's I ba. Pawb? I ba ysgol wyt ti'n mynd. Again, I ba ysgol wyt ti'n mynd. So if we see this in Gymraeg, it's I, not I. On the birthday question, pryd mae dy. It's not D, dy. Pryd mae dy benblwydd di. Pryd mae dy benblwydd di. So it's dy, di. Try that one, pawb. Pryd mae dy benblwydd di. Eto, pryd mae dy benblwydd di. Again, eto.
Pryd mae dy benblwydd di.
And then answer, ateb, mae fy menblwydd yn. So not fi menblwydd, fy. So mae fy menblwydd yn. Pawb? Mae fy men blwydd yn. Eto, mae fy men blwydd yn. Mae fy men blwydd yn. This question down here, beth ydy, beth wyt ti'n hoffi wisgo? What's the question? Elliot?
Dwi'n hoffi gwisgo crys T, ond dwi ddim yn hoffi gwisgo shorts.
Da iawn, Libby. Beth wyt ti'n hoffi wisgo?
Dwi'n hoffi gwisgo crys T, ond dwi ddim yn hoffi gwisgo skirt.
Da iawn. Our third activity still uses the Matiau iaith, but alongside those, the children now have a photograph of a famous person to use as well, with some biographical details of the person alongside the photograph. It's so that they can use questions like beth ydy dy enw di, but in a more realistic context. Obviously, in the classroom, they all know each other's names anyway, so using this technique makes it seem a bit more realistic for them. Question EV, and I'll give you the answer.
Beth ydy dy enw di?
James Bond ydw i.
Ble wyt ti'n byw?
Dwi'n byw yn Llundain. Okay, so da iawn pawb. So, efo partner, you're going to be whoever you've got on your card for the next 10 minutes. That's you. So you're not Josh or Harry or Alex or Libby or Kelsey. You're whoever's on the card. So I was James Bond then. Ask the questions and they will answer in character. So, efo partner, ffordd â chi. Da iawn.
Beth ydy dy enw di?
Dwi'n ei Marta dwi.
Ble wyt ti'n byw?
Dwi'n byw yn LA.
Faint ydy dy oed di?
Dwi'n 24 oed.
Pryd mae dy benblwydd di?
Mae hyn blwydd yn Tahoe.
Beth ydy dy ffôn di?
3 4 4 5 5 ydy fy ffôn di.
Oes gen ti ffrog neu chwaer?
Mae gen I 4 chwaer.
Beth ydy dy enw di? Daniel Radcliffe ydw i. Beth ydy dy enw di? Wayne Rooney ydw i. Beth ydy dy enw di? Prince William ydw i. Ble wyt ti'n byw? Dwi'n byw yn London. Ble wyt ti'n byw? Dwi'n byw yn Liverpool. Ble wyt ti'n byw? Dwi'n byw yn Ynys Môn.
This is only step one. The children will then go on to create these cards for themselves, choosing a famous person and adding in the details and extending the answers that they give. So instead of just saying what hobby they like, they'd say, dwi'n hoffi pêl-droed achos mae'n greit, ond dwi ddim yn hoffi nofio achos mae'n ddiflas, for example. Okay, da iawn pawb, you did really well with your cards there, and everybody had a chance to be more than one famous person. Just going round, there's a couple of times I could hear pronunciation of words you've used maybe in blwyddyn pump or blwyddyn pedwar or blwyddyn tri that you haven't used for a while. So just think carefully before you say your answer about how you'd pronounce like food words or place words. Okay, so we'll work more on that in our next Welsh lesson. Now, if we keep looking at this screen for now, we're going to move on to the gaither of the story Anrheg Ialyd that we've been working on this term. In Activity 4, the children will have a chance to develop their reading skills. Having read the whole story of Anrheg Ialyd in prior lessons, they now take it in turns to play the role of helper heddiw with a partner. They're asked to choose a page and then read it aloud 3 times. We encourage the children to read the page 3 times to build their fluency and develop their confidence with reading aloud in Welsh. You'll find when you go through the pack in a moment, there are cards yn Gymraeg and cards yn Saesneg. So I'd get them all out on the table like Charlotte and Beth have already raced ahead and started doing. Well done. And you need to match up the Saesneg and the Cymraeg. So pair up the cards so you've got the words that go with one another. You can use the screen here or the sheet in your book to help you.
So we put all the Welsh ones out first so we can put them together.
Yeah, and then we can like do it quicker.
Yeah.
On them out.
We do Ialyd, which is there, which matches with poor Ialyd, which is here. Now it's Gablwyd.
Yeah. Gablwyd, which we don't have.
It's
it's that one.
That one.
Yeah.
No, that's expensive. We're getting really confused now. I think we don't have one for lots of food.
Okay, so that's a pear.
Flower o food and region is present.
A region is present.
Diane, pawb. Looking this way, just a quick couple of questions to test that you've matched up the correct cards Saesneg a Cymraeg. Barod? Barod. Beth ydi wn i ddim?
I don't know.
Beth ydi drwan o aled?
Poor Aled.
Da iawn. Beth ydi wn i ddim?
I don't know.
Beth ydi rhydd ryd?
Too expensive.
Un arall, beth ydi llawer o fwyd?
Lots of food.
Great, da iawn. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is look at the story booklets. So get the story booklets in front of you. So what's the basic plot of the story? What are the children in the story? What are Nikki and Chris doing in the story? Caitlin?
They're trying to get a present for Aled.
They're going to get a present for Aled. What happens when they're trying to find a present for him? What sorts of problems do they come across, Georgia?
Everything's too expensive.
Some things are too expensive, yeah. Apart from being too expensive or not a very nice colour, what else is a problem with a present that they find?
They're too big and they've got an awful colour.
What's that little Welsh word that we put before expensive or big that means it's too much of something? What's that short word we've been using? Caitlin?
Re.
Re. So that word, rhydd ryd, too expensive. So we're going to look at the story now. Partner partner number 1, you're going to be helper heddiw. So you're going to say, Pa tudalen wyt ti'n hoffi? They're going to give you a page number they like. So, Pa tudalen wyt ti'n hoffi? Dwi'n hoffi tudalen 5. Dwi'n hoffi tudalen 3. Dwi'n hoffi tudalen 4. Whichever page you like to read out, you'd like to read out. Once they've chosen, once you've said Dewisa, ask them to read it. So, Llythrennedd, please, and listen to them reading it. And I want you to read the page 3 times. So, partner number 2, read it 3 times. And then you swap over, you become helper heddiw, you say Pa tudalen wyt ti'n hoffi, Dewisa, they choose a page, you say Llythrennedd please, and you listen to your partner read it 3 times as well. Anybody got any questions? Barod pawb? Right, ffordd â chi, da iawn.
Pa tudalen wyt ti'n hoffi? Dewisa.
3.
Tudalen, please.
Nesa y Jurok, Nicky a Chris and Undaga Novio. Dyma ni, meddai Nicky yn y byfio. Goggles Novio. Lil Great. A Relfrad, meddai Chris. Byddam shorts Novio. Dyma fi, meddai Nicky yn y byfio. Goggles Novio. Lil Great. A Relfrad, meddai Chris. Beth am shorts nofio. Yna fi, lyf ofnadwy, abtob Nicky. Gwyrad, pink a melon. Nad ymai I Aled.
In the 5th section this morning, the children are completing a very basic form of a reading comprehension activity. It's a cytuno and anghytuno sheet. They read the statements that's on the sheet and then they have to then refer to the story and decide whether they agree or disagree. Who can remind us what those words mean? Cytuno, anghytuno. Libby?
I agree and I disagree.
So we're saying if we agree or we disagree. We're going to use the story one more time. We're going to read what it says on the sheet. So, number 1, roedd Nicky a Chris yn siopa am anrheg I Aled. So you're going to probably need to look at the beginning of the story. So let's just do that one on the screen. Have a look at Tudalen 1. What does the first sentence say? Beth?
Roedd Nicky a Chris yn siopio am anrheg I Aled.
Roedd Nicky a Chris yn siopa am anrheg I Aled. So, do we cytuno or anghytuno?
Cytuno.
Cytuno. So everybody tick cytuno for question 1. So every sentence on the sheet, read it. You'll probably need to go further into the story each time. If what it says there is true, you agree with it, tick cytuno. If what it says there isn't true, you don't agree with it, Alex and Josh, tick anghytuno. Okay? Ffordd â chi.
I think it's that one. Is it?
So those are the 5 activities that we've worked our way through this morning with Blwyddyn Chwech. The children have enjoyed participating in the tasks and I feel that their Welsh has come on very well just in this one morning session. Personally speaking, it's been nice to work with a slightly smaller group than usual, so you can really focus in on the pairs and listen and watch what they're doing carefully. I'm looking forward to building on this morning and extending the tasks now to see how far we can push them over the next term or term and a half.